So I'd like you to meet Tana. She has been in my program for the past 6 weeks now. We are going to go over some of the different challenges she's faced, as well as maybe some of the health changes that she's experienced along the way. And at the end, you guys want to stick around because she's going to dive into the types of advice she would recommend for anybody attempting this transition or hoping to make this transition sometime in the near future for health or weight or other reasons. We are going to get started by discussing what your diet kind of looked like before starting your plant-based transition. So I think you were dabbling in plant-based foods a little bit before actually initiating like the full-blown program. So what did that look like?
Yeah, so I was on a weight loss program for about a couple of years doing macros. So you just count, you basically stay with underneath like a certain amount of calories, and you have to do your fat, your carbs, and your protein. And then the things that I was worried about, things that in my health wasn't going away, even though I was losing weight. I lost about 45 pounds and I still had the same problems. So, and then I was always thinking about food and everything. So I was healthy. I was healthier because I was eating less, but I didn't know a thing, because you could eat like gooey fries, which is, I don't know if you have gooey fries, but no. Gooey fries,
they sound good.
It's French fries, cheese, and gravy. If it's all underneath if it's all underneath a certain amount of calories. So you really aren't learning any nutrition. You're not learning too much, is what I found in it. And then it was a fluke. It was just a total fluke. I wanted to do a fast around Lent this year, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna try this Daniel fast, and it's just fruits and veggies and grains, no meat and no dairy. So I tried it, and like within 2 weeks, because it was a 40-day one, within 2 weeks I was noticing great improvements in bathroom area. I've had my whole life has been pretty adult life anyways has been struggle in that area, and I've lived on laxatives, and all of a sudden things were moving, things were going well. By May, I was almost like a immune disorder because I'm allergic to the sun, and that came about 14 years before that, and I was suffering with that. And all of a sudden I realized, oh my goodness, I'm not getting hit with the sun problems that I was getting before. So when the fast was over, which was in end of May, I think, I just kept going. I didn't know anything. So I ate a lot of oil and a lot of salt, and still trying to, I still had the macro mindset.
Sure.
But it wasn't working.
Like focusing on the protein versus the carbs and the fat in each meal?
Yeah. And I was really frantic about the protein. Because, you learn you have to eat animal fat or animal, fat or whatever products, for your protein. So anyways, and then I found you.
Yeah, I find a lot of people come to me with that kind of dialogue, that language of, oh, I need to eat this amount of protein, and then usually in the afternoon I'll have some carbs. I'm like, what are you talking about? What does that mean? Can we talk, in layman's terms, like, let's talk food. Okay, great. So you were already seeing some of the results prior to initiating the program, and then you just needed some kind of tweaks along the way with the salt and the oil and whatnot, and how to put some meals together maybe. So what was your primary motivation then, do you think, behind starting the program? Just continuing to lose the weight? I know you sort of touched on this a little bit.
Yeah, lose weight for sure, but also I didn't want to live a life that constantly had I was constantly thinking about food all the time. That never went away. I still felt that what did I do today? What did I eat today? The first thing I wake up in the morning, I would think, oh, what did I eat yesterday? Was I good? Was I bad? Everything was around food, and it just was not. I was not living free. So I had all these things I had these really good benefits that was happening with the plant-based eating, but I was so not knowledgeable about nutrition or like it was so backwards from what I knew, like from what I learned, and then what you were teaching, I was like, what the heck? And then you had Mike. I think you did a couple of videos with Michael Greger's book, and that interests me. So I looked at a couple YouTube videos with him, and I was like blown away. And
he's a rock star.
Yeah, he's a rock star. And then I listened to some or watched some documentaries on Netflix, and just the diabetes aspect. I thought it was all about sugar, and it has nothing to do with that,
right?
Really. And so I don't know. It just blew me away. Yeah, I can't remember your question, but
what your primary motivation behind starting the program was?
To be more independent of food. Like, there's so much more to life than that.
Right.
Yeah.
Great answer. Absolutely. I can totally relate to that. Okay, so what results were you hoping for?
Well, to be free from that constant mind, my head constantly in that mode all the time. Lose weight to keep it off, not count calories anymore. I had problems with my knee, and I didn't associate that at all with the foods that I ate or how much salt I was taking in. I was a salter. I salted everything, and then some. And I had no idea about those things. Just to feel normal, a stronger body, stronger mind, able to stand on my own 2 feet.
Yeah.
And not be whisked away by the craziest diet that comes along or frantic anymore.
Right. Oh, that fad diet looks yummy.
Right?
Okay.
And what's the truth and what isn't the truth? I really want the truth. I wanted the truth.
Yeah, that's a big one too.
Mm-hmm.
Great answers. Okay, so what does a typical day's worth of meals look like today? Or yesterday, or just currently?
Oatmeal. Potatoes. I am happily in love with potatoes, but oatmeal for sure in the morning. It's nice. It's filling. It's quick. It's warm. I have berries and soy milk and some cinnamon pumpkin pie stuff, and that's the morning. And that carries me for a few hours really, and then. I remember watching you, I think the first time, and you had your big bag of raw veggies, and I was like, no way am I ever gonna
never say never.
I know, and here I am. So every Sunday I prep, and I have 5 of those that I take to work. So one I take to work every day and just munch all day on it, really.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting at a desk all day, so it's just nice. And then always have a big salad or a big soup for lunch. And then supper is kind of interesting. Like, I noticed that with your other 2 clients that you just did the 6-month
the follow-up
catch up. Yeah, that they don't usually eat a lot of supper, and that's what's been happening. I haven't been eating a lot of supper, but when I do, it's potatoes. I steam a bunch of potatoes in my Instant Pot, and then I've been throwing the soup. I throw in the soup on it.
Yeah.
I throw a salad on it. I just eat them.
Just love my potatoes.
I just love my potatoes. Every potato, I'm getting good at the variations.
Good. That's awesome. Those sound delicious.
Fruit. Lots of fruit too. Yeah.
If you find yourself struggling with this transition or losing those excess pounds, make sure you click my link in the description box below and schedule a free 45-minute consultation with me so we can get started on your health journey.
Noticeable health changes. Mental, physical, emotional, all the above.
Mm-hmm. So physical, I'm slimming. The scale isn't moving drastically fast or anything. But interestingly, I am slimming. Like, the inches, I think, must be coming off because my clothes are definitely fitting better. I'm getting back into the clothes because during, I think it was about 3 or 4 months. Since Christmas, I guess, I gained probably 10 pounds before I met up with you. And so I couldn't fit into some of the clothes. So now I'm back into those. And in my knee. I am running up and down. I have a hill here on the
Yay! That
side.
is so cool.
Isn't that cool? I could hardly go up the stairs. I was limping all the time, and
She didn't believe me that we could fix that problem, and look at her go.
nope, I didn't believe you. I was doubting, but I was like giving you that. Oh yeah, sure. Look.
Yeah. Keep talking, lady.
My skin is so much different. It's less red. Of course, I said going to the bathroom was a big deal for me. I think this is the first time in my adult life that I am not waking, like I said before, not waking up going, have I been bad? Have I been good? Like, you know, having that represent who I am. And so that's changing in my emotional and mental way. And I'm finding that I'm also handling stress differently.
Yeah.
A lot more grounded, I think. My anxiety is coming down. So, yeah.
How's your sleep and your energy?
The energy, I wake up in the morning and I'm ready to go. I mean, it's weird. I'm not like that. And I am ready to go. And it's just really cool. It's like thank goodness, because there's been some interesting things happening lately that have been very stressful. And it's a start up again. Like every morning it's a start fresh. And it's not like I'm carrying over from the day before. So it's good.
That's wonderful, Tana. I'm so proud of you. You're just beaming. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. What have your major challenges been thus far during this transition to eating these healthier, whole plant-based foods?
Probably just believing that it worked. Like this kind of way of eating actually works, and you hear that all the time, trusting the process of it. And when you said that I was going to, like, my palate will change in different foods that I would like I'm going way more like I still love sauces and stuff, but it's different. Mm-hmm. And I love the soups that have hardly any, like, no salt at all. And I'm tasting the food for almost the first time.
Right.
So that's been exciting. And I think you even said in one of your videos about, challenging yourself to a new vegetable every time you go grocery shopping or something. I'm doing that more. See, what else? Well, I guess the challenge is society is a big challenge, because it's very meat based and dairy based, and so restaurants are not fun anymore. They used to be fun, but they're not fun anymore. So, and I guess also I didn't realize how much I would reward myself with food for doing a job well done, or a birthday, Christmas, things like that. So, I mean, there's still going to be some aspect of that, because there always will be, because we need food to survive. But it's just different. Like I said to my family, my birthday was just 2 weeks ago, and I said, okay, I don't want a big meal, and that kind of thing. Let's go hiking. Let's go. And they all just sat back and went, huh? kind of thing. You don't want the big cake, you don't want the big dinner. And I think, no, let's go hiking. We ended up, it was not a great weather-wise, so we ended up playing lots of croquet in the backyard instead. But they were all with me, so it was nice.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
If you're finding value in this video so far, make sure you give it a like. It really helps to push my video out to more viewers.
So you kind of touched on this a little bit, but do you currently have any cravings for the processed or animal foods that you used to eat compared to 6 weeks ago?
No, they're definitely lessened. I think about potatoes probably more than anything else.
That's awesome.
And that's always been the taboo food. That was always the taboo
gotta love
food.
Potatoes.
I love potatoes. No, because I think it was even yesterday I finished something and I'm like, oh, I'll have some fruit. Like, I was really looking forward to some mango and bananas, because those were always taboo food too. Like, because they were higher starch or higher in calories, and they wouldn't let you have any. So here I am just eating that stuff and just loving it. So
And feeling free to eat it, not feeling shameful or guilty about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so what foods do you still crave besides the whole food, plant-based foods that you just discussed? What, like, more highly palatable foods, like the processed items, the junk food, the animal products?
Probably burgers and fries.
Yeah.
I'd have to say something. Yeah, burgers and fries, or it's not really a craving. It's more like, that's a good memory, or whatever. But I would say wine would be up there. Like, I mean, I miss that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm not sure how that's all going to work down the road. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a forever I'm not going to have some, but it's going to be different. I actually think it's interesting because I do the sparkling water. I have that, the homemade, the soda stream that you can make your own. And this with some lime juice kills a lot of that kind of cravings. And I just found that so interesting. I thought, oh, really? And I will have this with some friends, and instead of the beer or the wine or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I do too. It's so refreshing. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, so what was the hardest thing to give up then? The wine?
I would say the wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It's very social. I mean,
Yes.
I have I go biking and stuff with friends on the weekends and stuff, and it's either in the mornings, if we go early in the mornings, and it's always chocolate. Like, that was the thing we did afterwards. We'd have like a cup of coffee and some chocolate or something like that. And then if it's in the evenings, we would always have like a glass of wine or something. So now I just change it up.
So now after those social events, you get the water, or what do you get instead
like
of the
in the
chocolate?
evening it's the water, but I haven't quit coffee. So
Well, I mean, when you go out with your girlfriend you still get the coffee, you just don't eat the chocolate? You don't have something to substitute?
Yeah. Oh, I have soy milk, like the unsweetened organic soy milk. I do that, like a steamed soy milk with the coffee, and that's cinnamon. It's great.
That does sound good. Okay. So, do you see yourself maintaining this lifestyle long term?
I do. I think I've just scratched the surface. I think I got so much more to learn.
That's a great perspective.
I do. I have books to read. I'm interested in how it all works. The body is an amazing machine, and if you play it right and you feed it well and you take care of it, it will take care of you. And so, yeah, I mean, my husband and I just finished watching the Game Changer, the Game Changer.
That's a good one.
And that spurred on some interest for him. So,
oh, yay!
I know.
That's my goal by the end of your program, to get your husband on board.
Not full on, but 2-3 times a week he wants to have some plant-based.
Start small, baby steps.
Exactly.
Get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
And then drag him in. Okay, great. So what advice would you give to somebody considering this transition, Tana?
Start small. Don't look at the big picture too fast, because it is like a game changer in lots of ways. There's so many positives to it, but really it's hard. In the beginning, it's very difficult. You're going against everything, especially if you come against, like, you have been like what you call it, standard American diet. In Canada, we are pretty much the same, and so with all the social activities and things, and it is very difficult. But you just do one step at a time, and like chew one step. What did I say that? I thought that was really kind of funny. Little bites. Little bites. And
little bites at a time.
Yeah, little bites at a time, and give yourself a lot of patience.
Yeah, that's a great point. I feel like people really focus on the prize too much, and they don't let the process just kind of happen. If they don't see results right now, they're done. They're over it. They're on to the next fad diet.
Yeah.
Not that I'm calling this a fad diet, because it's so far from.
No, it's not a fad diet. But you have to allow your body to accept this change. It's not fast. it depends, I guess, how much weight you have to lose at first, but it's not a fast process, and your palate has to change. And once that starts to change, it's almost like it's so gradual, and then boom, there it is, and you're like, holy cow, it works. And then it's not so labor intensive, because then you're really enjoying making the prep on your Sunday or whatever day you choose, and yeah.
You're amazing, Tana. That's your inspiration. I just feel
It was
like
great.
I'm a proud mama just listening to you. I can't wait to see you at the end of the program in about, 6 more weeks? 5 more weeks? And we will see where Tana's at. Catch up with you later.